Hey, good afternoon. I'm trying an experiment with this camera and I'm going to demonstrate how to make a ceiling medallion. I'm Carla Claus from Villa Bella Home, and some time ago I had this catalog made up and all the different products, finishes, items that we were making at the time for people to buy out of the catalog. And it's kind of fun reminiscing, but I have an order for one of the items in here, which is a ceiling medallion. Wait, where is it? It's the Crown Rose ceiling medallion, and there it is, hung on the ceiling. And here's another image of it down here. I guess I'm calling it the Princess. So it includes 3 different groups of decorations on a 16-inch ceiling medallion, and I'll show you the steps. Hopefully I'm in the right position and everything works out like I hope. Okay. Okay, here we go. Villa Bella, Carla, and I am going to be making, sorry for the repetition, a ceiling medallion, which is that one right there, out of our catalog. And here's another image of it right here. So it has 3 groups of decorations, and I've sanded and prepared all of the decorations here. And I want to show you the glue that I prefer to use on most of my projects. This is the Starbond thick, basically like a crazy glue, super glue. And there's an accelerator. I have these little bottles to refill it. You'll be able to buy it on my in my video underneath. And very important, this is the debonder. I've had to use it a couple times. It's not an instant debonder, but it is important to have that. I forgot I like to use some gloves when I'm doing glue work, because then you don't get glue all over your fingers, which of course it's going to stick. But the thing about putting gloves on is you may forget that you have glue on your fingers, and then you might put it somewhere else. Try not to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put these away, put that away. Have a little rag to wipe off excess glue if I get a little too full with the glue. And, oh, I need a new glove. I like to buy my gloves sometimes on Amazon, but I use the 9mm or the thicker gloves, kind of like mechanics, because I've actually been able to use them for more than one 10 minutes kind of thing. Okay, so this is a 16-inch Westinghouse ceiling plastic medallion. I believe you can still find these at Home Depot. I don't know about Lowe's. I'm not often going to Lowe's. And basically there's this hole in the center, these little beads, and since I've made these before, the decorations tend to fit in here nicely and flat. So this curly Q, there's going to be 3 of these. Kind of lay it out. There's going to be 2 of these. So that'll help me space it. So we make all of our own molds. Double check if you can see what I'm doing. And so I made each and every one of these pieces. Let's see, that goes like this. And this goes like that. Kind of push them around and make them kind of stretch or fit. And then I'm going to use a pencil to kind of mark where I'm going to put them down. So I don't, when I pick them up, I kind of still can aim good enough. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now this piece here, in my catalog, I had to sand off what was on here, which is my little fleur-de-lis, because this one has a rose added and a little more roses on the side. So I'm going to be gluing these first. I'll do it right here in the middle. Basically, I like to put a little on the piece, a little on the, not really heavy because you're not trying to let it gush out too much. Squirt, and you have a little working time. Set it down there, and it's pretty fun. Nice and fast. So I have a choice. 2 roses in and the big rose out. I think I'm going to go with that. Put a little down here. Squirt. And sometimes you need to hold it if it's something that's going to slip around. So you got this idea. Down there. And you can also squirt it and add more glue in place. Squirt, squirt. Just takes like a quick squirt. Now there's a little glue over here which will not really show. The accelerator kind of thins it a little bit, and this one's ready. Let me do 2 more. Squirt and apply. Get it off my fingers. Get 2 more of these little flowers. Now, if you'd like to make this at home, I will be adding all of the supplies on a website and or links below in the video. That way, if you want to make it at home, you can. And if you'd like me to make one for you with my finish, that's another option. I am gonna add some of my time to making fun little home decor, or different functional home decor, and even bathroom vanity decorations, kitchen hood decorations, demonstrating how to do it. Plus you can buy the supplies to do it yourself. And it's fun, it's a lot of time. Better when somebody shows you how to do it. Okay, get down there where you're supposed to be, please. A little squirt. Most of my finishes, people have asked for them to be for soft colors like a white background or a pink background. what happens is you'll see all the little cracks and crevices, gaps. So in this case, one of the steps that takes time, but to make it look really good, is I have to fill all the different gaps that is between here and here, and that'll be one of the steps I won't show you today because it's kind of time consuming, but it'll be in the next video. Okay, so those are nicely spaced, and these guys eventually are going to have this, like the picture shows, and these guys are going to have that. And you have to make sure that you don't encroach on where they have the cap. That's about right. And I'm going to get my pencil out and start marking. You give me some points of reference. The pencil will be easy to erase with the primer step. Just kind of give me an idea where to glue it down. I'm going to put the glue on the applique in this case, and possibly on the big one right here, maybe. Now, E6000 is a really good alternate glue. There might be others. I don't use it because it's slower. But when you don't have to have something that takes, you can leave it dry in a proper amount of time. E6000 is very good. Available at a lot of the stores, craft stores, hardware stores, online, just Michael's, Joann's, Home Depot, every place. Okay, in my case, I'm gonna go with a little extra insurance policy that the pieces actually will stick. And what that means is I'm going to scratch underneath the piece to ensure that there's going to be an extra hold since the plastic is a little smooth. Just to be sure. It's kind of, let's see, I'm going to do a little bit here. These lightweight medallions probably are very rigid enough that this step might be a little bit, just something I like to do. Make sure it grabs the glue. And these actually are not shiny anymore because I've sanded all the surface, so the surface has a good ability to also adhere properly. Because, you know, gosh, these may be hanging up there for hopefully hundreds of years. I also have a pretty cap, I guess I should have got one out, that I had made up in China, and I still have some, and they're very pretty, but there are vintage ones. You can also go to my girlfriend's website, ilightforyou.com, with the number 4 and the letter U. She sells a whole bunch of vintage and replication lighting. Beautiful designs that she and I had fun, in some cases, working together on them a long time ago. When I had my store, we used to play, and she's just a fabulous lighting artist. I enjoy it too, but I really love furniture the most. So you gotta have beautiful lighting in a beautiful room. So let's see, I've scratched those, and I'm ready for this step. Again, I'm gonna put it on and kind of give it another surface, and I'm gonna squirt, and I'm gonna place. I got a little working time, and I kind of missed here on, so here I'm gonna just take my little rag, and this will be a throwaway. There's not gonna be any saving this rag after it has a bunch of glue on it. To kind of clean off that little extra puddle. It didn't come off as much as I'd like. I'm gonna kind of scrape it a little bit. Make sure it's flat. When I paint it, I may have to sand that spot. Okay, let's do number 2. All right. You know, this is a Sunday. To me, it's my fun day. But I love working in the workshop. My husband and I work at home, so I get to work all hours of the day and night. We live in an area where, well, I put a lot of time into it, but I enjoy every moment of it. I always have, I don't know, one of these people that I get something out of it I just can't explain. It means a lot to me to create these things that hopefully people really enjoy, and walk in the room and take a little, I love it feeling. It's okay. Squirt, squirt, squirt. This goes down right next to it. That's looking good. Kind of touching like so. On to the next pair. And let's see, what else can I tell you? Well, I have a lot of interests. I mean, one of them is nature. I just love nature. It is magical to me to see God's amazing people, specimens, flowers, trees. We have some chickens. They're laying hens, and one rooster. He's really a nice guy. I don't really have any names for him, but I love them so much. And it's a pleasure to take care of them and see their little way they interact. Chickens are different. This is my first time actually being a chickie mama, so to speak. And one of them had 2 babies. And I'm letting another one sit on a bunch of eggs. And I'm expecting any day now she may have some chicks birthing as well. We kind of made her a private little area so that the chicks and her can be really without stress, I hope. Oop, got a little glue right here. Right there. I guess. Or that could be accelerator. Okay, so we've got to this step. And this glue tape is stuck, but it cures in 24 hours. So you do need to plan that, maybe give it that extra time to really dry and bond 100%. So this goes right here, right on top. I'm going to go ahead and squirt. And got 2 more to go. And a little extra glue, a little bit right here. Squirt I like to squirt it mostly on the resin. Try to get it pointing in the right direction. And turn. Yeah, I was trying to think of how much time it took me to get ready. Between pouring all, finding the different little patterns we have. Actually, I had to make this fleur-de-lis over in a new mold. And I had to also make this little crown, but I did it, and that took a little extra time, but now I can make more. So that goes right about there. Bingo. I've had a lot of fun recently. This customer of mine, she had a situation, I'm not sure of the circumstances, but her daughter died, and she feels that her daughter's presence is being known through butterfly, a very active butterfly swirling around her, and hummingbirds. And she's also fond of dragonflies. So she asked me to make my first project with butterflies, which that was so much fun, on a ceiling medallion. And so now I have these butterflies. Okay, so this is step number 1. Next step is the filler. I guess I'll demonstrate a little bit about it. And then, now let's do that in another video. Okay, step 1, glue down all the appliques.